Rescue's job even more difficult on those entries on this map.
Here's their map. Give them their map.
Yeah.
Okay, crew on attack. G2 on defense. Crew one map up.
They got everything they want.
There we go.
But let's see. I mean, Petra can be incredibly good at what she does.
They win double pistol. I can't remember where the pistol runs. Chat, someone give me the pistol score for the first map.
Clearing out early with the Prowler. So Rescue once again re-establishing.
I want to say it's 2-0 to crew, but
Crew being
not entirely
very
sure.
patient outside of this one way.
It is 2-0? Okay, yeah, 2-0 to crew then pistols.
In her back pocket, blind still waiting. G2, they want to.
Okay, it's a similar setup to what we saw earlier.
It lands. Okay, yeah, that should
Lovely
be
shots
stunning.
as well.
Two is good,
Oh, but they lose the jewel on market.
And look at middle, look at middle, look at middle. Oh my god, Michaela's positioning. Did she get spotted dipping back in? I don't know.
Yeah, it created a lot of pressure, and then they block smoke.
No trips as well.
Weird, how does Amy want to play this?
So again, maybe able to catch a pixel crossing towards the side, but no, just look away. Camera gets spotted, but they're going to get a plant for this. They will, and Amy's
they still have a trip back to site.
Trying to wait for her teammates to
Oh, you got cat. This is a nightmare. It's not the best plant, right? To be honest, I've never really seen this. Can you even see it from main? I guess you can. You can spam through.
In 3 seconds on a smoke as well. Kinnear can buy so much
I
time.
mean, it's flash hits too.
Yeah, Amy's been
with the stun as well. And we have breach damage for after plant. Dude, they got breach damage into check the camera. This is hard if they don't take market.
Look at these crossfires again in this
Wait,
next layer
crew
here.
looks
Three
sick.
of them swings, still a player.
The crew actually look incredible.
For the camera as well. Romy's there, utility comes in. This is so difficult. Amy does well, but 15 HP is going to be low. Trying to clear through on Michaela, who's dug in deep, not letting this one slip.
I haven't seen this type of boss once.
What more are you meant to do?
It was really cool, right? Hold them to market heavy. Just make sure that they can't get through to you, and then you just have a solid crossfire. And they have breach damage as well. This was a sick round, right?
Drill there.
Making sure,
yeah, you know what? I'm not going to put it in spawn. Let's secure the round. Make sure this post is as easy as possible.
I'm thinking like,
even Konir holding
I mean,
on
there
to
were
her
some
blind there
weaknesses,
as
but
well.
yeah,
That
yeah,
sort of
I
presence of
agree.
mind and awareness.
The weakness is you
Secure
get
the
pinched in
post.
market.
Beautiful
Yeah,
stuff.
Sure, from
like
middle.
like that
Strong,
slight
but
moment when Omen was kind of
such a
stuck
good start for G2.
was. I mean, they had good paranoia stun combo.
Yeah.
So I guess it was fine.
Was huge.
Okay, 3-0 for pistols. That was awesome to watch. That was really cool. And like Boo said, we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen that after plant.
I don't really mind either. Just sheriff in hand, try and make a play happen, be disruptive, get some of that util burnt away, maybe have a chance. And it kind of then draws them into the stack, right? It's that idea of, oh, maybe it was just them trying to be aggressive, take space, but Michaela's positioning kind of
yeah, and I feel like the Cypher's just gonna pull the team back.
Crew are still being pretty patient though. Michaela
Yeah, we're just playing this well. For people that don't watch this stream much, I'll say it because I always say it when I see it. The sheriff just taking all of the risks. Everyone's chilling. And then you just go back. If the sheriff dies, then obviously they don't get much of an upgrade. But you can also do this, where you just get free info and then just call your team back.
I promise you, it's empty. No one's here.
It's the human drone.
And I guess the L drone kept G2 there for a second longer as well, so there's a benefit to that. But again, you've got
the Twitch thumbnail was me drawing on Mimi's forehead. Dude, is that wait, when was that?
Yeah, and at this point for G2, I won't be surprised.
I didn't even realize I was doing it. Is that when I was describing the fades neon combos?
Try to die to the spike here blowing up.
There's a lot of arrows.
It was quite surprising actually, kind of watching in between the break as well. It was mostly Mimi having the chat with the rest of the team. Yes. So
Yeah, and this was a lovely round from crew again.
I don't want to say like the emotional impact, but kind of get players, you know, ready locked in rather than more of a strategic kind of checking, because it wasn't the IGL, it wasn't really the coach, it was Mimi kind of having that
Yeah, and we got Spectres that can play a little bit closer to farm up. At least everyone's kind of playing together. That's probably an overextend,
It
but
wasn't a strategy-based thing. It was more of like that
damn.
first map. Hey, listen,
I would let the Sova hunt all day here. A def is good.
Let's do exactly how we practiced, you know? I don't think for
Yeah,
G2
def
it was
is
a
good.
matter of jitteriness. I think they just got caught
And then you gave him a
Spectre,
Spectre, and it's like, who cares?
How aggressive Dodds was and how much she was getting away with, but yeah, I would be curious to be a fly in the wall.
Okay, and now for this bonus, they're one around from the Sova roll.
I actually love hearing those. Normally G2 do the kind of like features as well afterwards. You get to hear those kind of chats. And I remember back, I think it was some time ago, it was like Giuliano having that conversation, or potentially Zaz even. I mean, that's how far
They have
back
Cypher
it's going,
ult as
so I
well?
see that kind of roll in.
Oh boy.
Put on someone like Mimi's shoulders as well.
You sure?
Who is one of
Oh
those
yeah,
kind
you're
of
right.
more legendary players. because, I mean, Visa Crew Blaze have been undisputably incredible so far. The aggression is perfectly placed.
And me and Boo were talking about this a little bit earlier. The B main orb is just kind of
I'm such a not fan of Breach and Market, it's crazy.
And not to mention that Crew are
You're not a fan of it, sorry?
Not just
No,
in this
not at all.
economy, but in the ult economy as well. Biazik just won off
What's he
of
doing
Hunter's
there?
Fury. If Crew are able to get into
Like,
the
he's
site, grab the orb.
I mean,
this
he's
growth
util.
plant,
Like, he's
it's
playing
gonna
like
be
a
so
Sova
difficult for G2 to
would
retake
normally
off.
do, in my
Shock
opinion.
Dart taking care of one
But
of
then the
trips.
util is so different.
yeah. I see where you're coming from.
Deep back pillar, but that close
Like, I mean, I would
left
use Breach for
They can take
actively
couple
fighting
steps
map
out. Dodds
control.
does get a challenger, and Amy's cleaning up on that one.
reactively
Dodds couldn't
stopping.
adjust in time.
Nice shot.
Mid is rewarded for Crew though. Michaela was kind of creeping up here. We're gonna have the smoke coming in as well. You're
Yeah,
right.
and
Info
that's
should be
Cypher.
free flowing now. Petra, slide down. Shut the door. I don't. Gonna at least force them to show their hand. Those two players in middle are keeping options open for
Yeah,
rotation.
and they know that mid is clear, right? Wait, that was definitely an overstep.
Rechecking that is huge.
Considering the info they got from the
Here's your
Cypher,
awareness.
I think he just let the
Biazik
Cypher play
wanted
mid
one of her
there.
teammates to also pressure Market at the same time. Breakdown in cons, but that's a great equalizer for the
Shot.
IGL.
This is getting really messy though. It puts a lot on
Yeah,
the
and
plate
there's
of
still, they
potentially
have the
Vanya,
info from the
who's just
Cypher
kinda
all,
playing that
and they
safe
saw
spot
one
angle,
over towards A.
just for the audio queue of the plant potentially. You can really see Michaela's
And
managed to get
they're
so
playing it well
much
because they
space
expect
as
the
well.
one to go
So
aggro
for
like
likes
one of these
Amy and Amy, you
positions.
can play as a pack, right? You're just going to try and work yourself together once they've got the plant down, once you've got a little bit of, I guess, confirmed knowledge. Otherwise, there's so much unknown here. So these steps have all been heard. Vanya has been here the whole time. Paranoia, smokes, TP, everything. Stunned
Okay, they
there.
are not expecting this.
They don't
No
know.
way, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't expect it. Vanya's been very quiet so far, and trying
Okay,
to be
still
proactive
still
again is
low.
something
I
that
feel like if
think
you're
they're
Crew,
getting to grips with here.
definitely a
G2
misstep
goes
from
in.
the Sova,
They're
but
learning what Crew want to do, but that
double
was the
guns,
bonus.
one armory
And
buy.
Crew looks slippery on this map.
Very slippery. Vanya did a well job there to
Yeah,
stay
Michaela's
alive, stay
doing
back, understanding
a
that
lot
she
of work.
is the weak side player, and allowing the two players
Just around
on
got the
that
kill
top
over
mid to
towards
do all the
Market
work
that made
for her.
sure that they could get over towards B.
Beautiful retake.
Obviously found the free
And for
site on the
Crew,
anti-eco.
they had everything they needed.
And then
I
here at
think it all
middle,
came down
got that
to
important
when
kill to get the ult off as well.
decided to lurk out that
Like three rounds with the
that
Cypher's just done
disconnect between
incredible.
her and that Market player, unable to meet up together to get that trade, but well handled by Amy to start the round and hold down the fort towards that B side.
Gotta lock in now for G2 goes in, because Visa Crew Blaze, this hasn't even been the massive impact from Dodge yet either. If she starts kicking up a gear,
Look how confident they are.
I mean, it
Wait,
feels
that's a
like
pretty
knock
nice
off from last
recon.
map, doesn't it, a little bit? But still, G2 looking to
Wait,
take
where did
space
it
over
chat? Where
towards
did
A,
this recon
and
actually
there is a player
land?
holding this smoke, so it's not without attention. Kinnear
There's
is
probably a
on
nice
this
recon
side.
you can do that clears all of this
Now
now.
the Prowler gonna give away the position.
Like if a
Paranoia
recon
does
landed
not
here,
land.
did it not clear all of
So they're
this?
going to at least be rewarded with the
And you
space.
can
but the
only shoot it in
response is already
front.
there. Look at the rotation from Visa Crew Blaze. And Michaela again slipping the net towards top middle.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. She keeps finding these timings, but a little bit of a whiff. The side step
lucky the
coming
timing
through here
was
for
still
rescue.
nice.
Good news for Crew though is they were able to hold on to
I think that's good for
line.
G2 as well,
They're
because
still
the
gonna be
confidence
able
of the
to
Cypher was through the roof.
potentially
So
scale into this site with that drone information here.
That's really tricky. I mean, you're right. Deep smoke towards CT on the one way. You're going to use the wall to try and get in. The Paranoia is really good. Do they get revealed? Yes, they do. But can they get punished? Vanya's still alive here.
Still
gonna
got
go down.
one.
And does take one with her. Petra now in support.
Yeah, keep an eye on
Tries
this
to keep
duel
this
at
under
middle.
control, but Romy succeeded in towards middle, and suddenly
Can
the backline ain't so
is the
safe.
orb still
You
up?
got issues, and Romy is that problem.
Okay.
boy.
Does manage to slip through just to the left, finding a little bit of corner of safety. Mimi.
I thought the flash was coming close, but the flash never came.
Finding the kill.
Maybe the flash went
Now
deeper, I'm not
Kinnear
sure.
Gonna get noted on the ult there, gonna
Good
get
smoke.
flashed up, forced to fall away, has no audio cues now for herself.
They
TP's
hear
up
that.
towards the top
Okay.
and drops down, trying to keep them guessing, trying to keep them honest. But she can't hear when that diffuser's
It's
been
nice, yeah,
started. and she
they
can't
just
see
see
the
the-
spike moving up either. She has no idea.
Yeah, they
Mimi
didn't see the
is
trails
sitting
as well. They
that
knew
in
exactly
front
that
of
she
her
fell
eyes.
off.
Petra and
Didn't hit a
Mimi,
spike tap because of
the
the fatal.
long-standing duo get G2 up to their second.
What a
Okay, much
hectic
better from
round.
G2 though.
What a hectic round. I'm impressed with how G2 actually handled this. They were getting pinched that whole round. It started with Michaela and it ended with Romy, but unfortunate for Konir there. You mentioned it, no sound. I wish she would have stuck her landing when she went on top
Up
of
that
that
top
site.
box. I kinda
Yeah,
like it.
have that high ground. Maybe would have been a different outcome, but good effort coming through here for Crew and another retake for G2.
Yeah. Looking like we do have a timeout here. Not sure what the... Uh-oh. Hold on, I'm worried how red is the stage. Ah, that was a Technica. A classic. It's a classic, gotta get one.
Why do you do this, Lauren?
I'm telling let me see who it is. Okay. Okay, Ali this time, the admin who was on the other side last time around, she's chilling. She's a couple steps back. It's not Ali this time. Yeah. She's noticed I'm talking about her. She's gone for a walk further away. She's like, not my team. G2.
I love how you've gone to analyzing what the admins are doing, their body language, reading it to really decipher exactly what kind of tech pause this is.
To help with the
To be
in
fair, production kind of gave away the game. I normally like to play the guessing game.
Yeah.
It's in his. They should be fixed up pretty soon.
Okay.
Oh, Mimi's up.
Yeah, Mimi's an admin as well.
He's having a little stretch. That's some real intense eye contact there. I'd crumble under that.
Those in-ears actually, they're quite something. I gotta say, my ears hurt afterwards.
They're quite something. There's that way of flaming it.
You know, that big champion winner. Why don't you get some like molded ones?
I should. I'll put in a request.
What do you mean a request? How much are they paying you? Come on now. But hopefully it's going to be resolved soon. Everyone looks like they're getting back to it. I'm seeing headsets on, which is a very good sign, so thank you for your patience. Don't worry, the co-streamers can do their jobs. They can entertain you. I just like calling Sliggy into action, because normally he just leaves a chair there. You know what I mean? He just dips out. So I'll just leave some dead air for the co-streamers.
That's crazy. Every time there's a tech pause, I know there's like a 20% chance I get mentioned.
Did some good job. Do you watch co-streams? You little watch party?
I do.
Ooh, can I ask you where you? I feel like you're a Sean Gares.
I'm
feel
basic.
Like you go Sean.
No, yeah, I do love me some Sean Gares, but I'm basic, so I'm just on the Tark stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
You think they're playing Breach like that to kind of save the util?
You know.
You're just clout farming?
Just kidding.
That's crazy. No, that's good to know.
Because I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, and then like fast flood. They've been in positions to fast flood a lot.
Timed out.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm thinking, like you're playing B-side weak passive, or backside called,
you gotta give
and
it
you
a
have
real
Breach
good
there.
go. Anyway, thankfully
You're not
that
gonna
is done,
flash
so I
to
can
stop Russia's right?
talking sheer and utter nonsense.
You could, but it's probably done.
So Visa Crew plays gonna be
But at the
something
same time,
from
if
the money,
you
right? They're gonna
didn't
be
get timed out that much.
Davey or Util, their game plan is to
Sheriff's
retake.
coming
Doesn't
out,
make
Bucky's,
sense.
but it's
Yeah,
Bucky on
yeah.
the neon, and we
I
are
think
in
you
a
might be
map
right.
where it can work. Stun gonna slow down the roll, but Dots.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah, G2 looking
Yeah, they really tried to go for a Bucky play on this one.
Mimi just having none of what they're trying to sell, right? They're just held back in towards market, bit of a blender there. They made it out towards site, but again, G2, arm's length, not really.
No way.
much.
What is this, Joe?
It's all good.
Pettis O with the prime. Thank you with the 9 months. Thank you for doing
You
that.
mentioned it, G2, they responded well. I think if Dodds was able to slip past that initial fault line, maybe that Bucky could have come into action, but great utility here for G2, and good news for Crew is now they've seen that sequence. They've seen how G2 want to react to that fast opening towards that market, so maybe later on in the half we can see some sort of misdirection to burn
You
out
can
and bait out
stun
that utility
a
for the side of Crew. We'll
like
see.
you know top
Did you
of
get that? There's
A.
another tech pause?
You can stun
I
that
saw
from
that
market,
little,
right?
I saw it.
What the heck?
Nah, it's all good. Visa Crew
Like where
plays
you would
this
fight
time.
in the crossfire.
And maybe because they're starting to feel a little bit red on this, because even in that
Oh,
round it
I
felt like
forgot.
G2 were very aware
Can
there was
you repeat
market
which
pressure. That's
line?
like
Yeah, so say your
surprising.
market, right?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
little snack there from
stun
the
top of
audience. Oh,
A.
I'm distracted.
But say they get past the one way
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like near where the orb is. You can stun all of that.
I think it's limited. I mean, I'm on Valorant right now, so
See, you
that's
could say
gonna
that,
be just
I'd
easier.
get in trouble.
Let's go back to
But
the
I think it's
game
like
plan.
up until
Let's
the
go
orb,
back to this
honestly.
timeout. I want to go. I want
Yeah,
to
max
dive
range
deep into
barely
Konir's mind
touches
here,
the
because
orb.
we've been talking about
Okay.
what
Probably
an incredible
doesn't. Like,
Yeah,
okay, like
it
if
it wouldn't
she's
be.
been
I
having
wouldn't
so
feel
far.
comfortable
She's
with it.
calling so well on Haven.
It's good if
and
like
she's
they
calling
go short,
extremely
rush
well
or something.
on
You
this
could.
sunset
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far.
and you
So
can
I
still
love
help.
the timing of this timeout coming out from the coach to just kind of stabilize themselves and let them know, hey, you have been in control. This attack.
Tell you what,
side
it's good
all
if they
half
market
long. These
split
3
though.
rounds have
Like you can
slipped
always
past
flash
in
through
post,
the.
but we've been getting in the
post
post.
box
I
or
really
wherever
like
tens
Crew's
is.
pressure that they're
Whatever you
applying
guys call
towards
it.
that
Yeah.
top mid. So
I mean,
we'll
also
see if they go
the
back to that
the
here
stun
in
is
this
quite
round.
good as well. Just to stop, slow them down.
Yeah, the breach is kind of strong.
Rescue does have ult
It-
as well.
it's
so
kinda
something to keep
strong
track of right
for-
there.
And for me, like, breach is
Wise.
like A is
Ooh,
kinda
runaway
made
from
for
Romy
breach
too. Gonna have that
in terms of
on
lines.
deck. That's a little bit
So
scary, but it just looks like a standard
that's what I would
start,
play.
defaulting throughout really. Heavier lean.
I
towards that
guess
side,
if
but a three
Crew
place
would
like
fight
this
their mod,
30.
they would probably change.
Hello. Hello.
Okay,
Yeah.
Put
good
breach on A.
information.
Yeah, I think
Spotting
so.
the fighter and the fault line is down
I like this
off
from
the table.
G2.
A
They're
lot
actually
of
fighting
information
to
to
the
let
orb,
the
right?
fighters know on the Crew side to
One away from
apply
breach
that
out.
pressure towards A.
Yeah, and then they spot so
absolutely.
many that they
Unfortunately,
just
can't go
Straight towards
speed
that
up,
side.
and we
They
got
do
But yeah,
trips
I
in.
mean, the
have
idea
Amy
is
here
good.
though, pretty tucked safely.
Okay,
does
now
have,
let's
you know, their own
see
security of
Cypher
her
ranking
util,
against
but it's
Peach.
going to be tough to hold. Can get overwhelmed quite easily.
They
but
think
it's
she's
slow
not on
down
site.
towards short. You've got the elbow crunch coming in.
They're
Amy's still here.
forgetting about Amy.
Amy is still here, and she's still firing on all cylinders. Kinnear's gone down, and oh, Dodds, that was so sharp. They're so satisfying.
Whoa, the
Dodds with
aim
follow-up as well. Amy's
is
gone down. Side
insane
crew
from
starting to
Dodds.
control
Oh, that's a
towards
big
the
play.
site.
Oh,
Oscar
that's a
up
really
now.
big
Mimi
play.
and Vanya, the ult, ineffective as Vanya gets a second chance at this. But all the meanwhile, where is Mimi in this? Very passive towards top middle.
Yeah, I mean,
Crew
that's
looking
kind
for a
of what I
pick
mean.
still.
Look,
Look at the
Mimi
amount
has
of
full
utility coming
util.
out from Mimi as well.
It's a 2v2.
Both
She
players,
didn't use
Vanya gonna
anything
double
because she's
that
just
and
out of
regroup.
position.
Because yeah.
Love the moves coming out here.
I wonder
from
if
the
it's like a
defenders.
mix-up
Both
because of the
teams
new
attackers. This is a lot of sound cues,
sunset,
though.
right?
They
Where
can
they
hear
feel
this
like
from
people
top mid.
split more, so that's their way of just
See the
holding
reaction
down
from
market.
Mimi, Vanya,
But I agree,
both here
eight.
gonna hear
Eight feels
Romy on
weird.
the cross gonna get punished. Spikes now down. You've got 10 seconds here. By
No
Zeke,
time
just has
discipline.
to be.
Yeah,
I mean, you
Peter.
shouldn't be able to get away with this. That's a 1v1, but I
Yeah.
guess in the meantime, Vanya is making the great escape. 5 seconds. All you gotta do is live. That is the singular purpose here. Is just stay alive,
nicely
and the
done. Just time out
round
on
is
this.
yours. G2 goes.
Yeah, they're
in
stacking up some
to
good
4.
numbers. Especially when you looked at crew,
Wow,
it was like
G2
70
barely
plus win rate on
surviving this
attack.
one by the
So
skin of their teeth. Amy was alive.
stacking up this many
for
so
too
far is
long
great.
In that site. I think crew, because
It was
Amy
so
never even
unaware that
shot
the
a
Cypher
bullet,
might be
just
sighting her.
assumed
Yeah.
that it
I
was
like
gonna
how
be
they
clear, but that's definitely where
fight
PSG
Ado
needs to come
from,
in and
I don't know, we call
get
it
those
short, I
comms
guess, right?
across as the
Yeah,
initiator,
yeah,
giving
they
that
always-
info
From that
across
side, they always
to fully clear
get
That's
the
that
as
killer
the
site.
too.
smoke. And then there's always
Once
someone
again,
to swing
Dodds
off and kill
finding
side.
a
Yeah.
lot of pressure in that spawn area with the ult on the board now.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
They're
quick
ridiculous.
switching out here. It's like Prius.
Yeah, that was
Just
Prius.
you know?
Just for observing instead. Dodds though gonna instantly go for the ult, and look at the utility.
Look at the
just
util.
denied.
Yeah,
Kept in a
the
vice-like
neon
grip.
stun here
G2
was
I think they
so
expected
good.
the
this
tempo
fully.
here. Mimi actually wants to get a little further ahead. I'm a bit worried about
Because
that.
Mimi
Mid
was
is
full
up
in
the box,
positions,
you gotta be
they
careful. That's a high-low
just
setup.
stunned Neon and killed her.
Fortunately, that tether should. No, it didn't. Didn't catch a player, doesn't matter. Mimi's clean enough to do that, fall away. Should have an idea about Michaela as well, they do. So this one's wrapped up with a bow on it, but this is clean enough. This is what G2 needed, especially after map 1 and the start
Yeah,
they
his
had
defense
here.
is looking pretty good.
Since you said that, Lauren,
Right?
I'm gonna hype this up into a 1v4 for Michaela. It's happening
Why do you do this?
because it's the sheriff. The spike is down on her side. Full minute left on
Go on,
the clock.
play-by-play caster. If you're just going to lie to the audience, you can take my job as well. Go on.
Oh my
you
goodness.
hype this up.
Hey, there's a camera still left on short A.
Okay.
Whenever Michaela decides to proc it, she's gonna get the info. She dodges the eye. She's gonna see this high-low stack on short with the cam.
Ooh, that's a problem, though.
That is
Nah,
a
it gets her a
problem.
gun.
Oh, wait, the gap.
30
Problem
seconds
solver.
left.
Vandal.
Hold on. I liked it. I like what you're doing. You got me back in. You got me back in, Christine. I love that. 5-2, though. This is looking much better for G2. I think kind of learning how to deal with that aggression, how proactive Visa Crew players like to be, it's really been shown here, especially even in that 2v2, if you roll your mind back when it was that rotation through spawn, even though they had the site technically. I love the Visa Crew players are so willing to explore those options, but G2's starting to really catch on to their
Shots.
plan. So
Yeah, and that's the key point, right? Because G2 have had a response in the beginning. Dodds had so much ground with the ult pop all the way on G2's side of the map. But G2, that
Where did
one
this recon
tap
land? They
coming
did
out
this
once
recon
again
earlier.
here for
Did it land
Mimi,
under
they
here
were
or just
always
on there?
ready for that aggression.
Rescue.
Oh, it's
Gonna
up.
get away with murder?
Oh.
Okay, rescue. Do you...
I like it though. They
you
did
can see
the
the
breach
temptation there, but
all
actually
that goes
opts
this way,
against
so
it,
it's harder
falls
to
away.
go through.
Plays patient.
Was able to dodge
Yeah,
that
the
stun, though.
neon stun saved him. But again, the theory of the
Surprised
breach
that
all
was
makes
burned
way more
just for that.
sense, right? In this direction, so when
idea
they're trying to
behind
get
this for
out,
Crew
they
is
get hit
make a lot
backwards.
of noise towards B. Last time Romy, or rather
love
Konir,
to
was
see
able to
that.
get all that information outside A.
But yeah,
But this time
neon stun
G2,
just completely
nobody pushing,
stopped them from actually
nobody gone
pushing.
sniffing. So they've just inserted Michaela, and now they want to apply a little bit of pressure towards this A, maybe manipulate some rotations, but looks like they always want to end here B.
Omen ought to get info
does-
over
how
towards
much does
B
Petra
main,
here?
gets
That's the thing
insta
as well,
shots,
like,
so
going
didn't get
back around
enough, so they're
spawns,
gonna stick
Petra
3
here.
people
You
B.
can hear it now.
Surely the neon steps are the very... Yeah,
Oh, boy.
absolutely. That's
But
a big call.
the
Knows
Omen?
camera too, so knows there's going to be some information on the back
Yeah,
line.
not
which she
even-
can then give confidence.
not
The
even
three
on top
players
of it.
who are still dedicated towards the side,
At least got
hit
the
and run for
smoke
Petra.
down at the
Does
beginning,
her
it's got
job,
the
smokes
cage
it down.
send this.
I'm out.
Oh, they got
Backs
no
up towards top
cages? Oh,
mid.
they're dead.
Tees up the rest. Rescue holds onto the entrance. No one's making it through. The smoke's in play. Music and Romy. There's not much more to be achieving, and this is very difficult. 23 HP
You
as
could
well.
see experience in G2, even though like they have like new players that
Petra, slipping right down middle,
didn't go for
hearing
like
those audio
many
cues, and
champions.
just completely denying any of that
It's so
trickiness they may have wanted. And Rescue gonna make it.
Yeah, they're playing way better on
It's
this.
6 now for G2.
The setups are
and
nice.
That's a rough way to end the round as well. Crew wanting to save, but 50-50. It's one of those NA saves that we like to talk about. Not fully saving your weapon, trying to go for kills. Unfortunate for Crew, that's going to put them in a bit here on the economy side.
So
of
they
things.
call it
No
NA saves.
gun besides the Guardian to play with in this next.
They used both cages when they were pushing with the pre-chill. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's where they went.
There's plenty of options, but
Cage stun.
it's just not looking the same. And his, I guess if you look at it statistically, if you want to, obviously it's a regional way to look at this. Has been a good map for Crew. This isn't a bad map for them by any means, but this looks like it's one of the strongholds for G2 the way they're looking.
Yeah,
so
that's
far.
nice though to get
Again,
through the
Dog's not just
smoke.
having, the
And
same
then if
level
the
of
smoke's
freedom
over
to
towards
run
A, you
in,
mean that the smoke's not over
struggling to
towards
find
A.
that
So
same
honestly, while the smoke
high
isn't
level of
towards
impact,
A,
which
they
is
should probably
fair
push.
enough. Beyond that, though,
But maybe that's too
a little bit
obvious,
of
and that's what
slowdown
they're
of
scared
pace here
of.
from Visa Group
I'm not
players,
sure.
Just kind of taking their time throughout the map. Kinnear having a little bit of a glance towards middle, but no one should be entertaining too much of this.
Long lines. Crew want to buy a little bit of time for these market players to get a little closer. So
Evo Endeavor,
have a
thank you so much for the 3
3-2-1
months.
together.
Thanks for that.
Hey, there's only 2
Appreciate the tier
defenders
1.
here. If they can overwhelm
How are the matches?
Petra
Not too bad.
in this instance, oh, what a shot.
This one's kind of
Seas
setting
goes
up
in.
for a
No
good
one's
third
actually
map.
that close, so she's fine to fall away. Going to hear the progress coming out from Dodds.
Oh.
But it's Amy going
They're
down
just-
with an issue and
Darking.
revealed. Petra is noticed. She is known. She has to fight forward, and she does. Takes down Michaela, but now surrounded.
Nice
But
shots.
Petra's not in trouble. It's them. It's Crew who are in danger. Petra still has a
Damn.
prowler. Doesn't need it. Just divide and conquer. The crowd calls
Oh, surely.
and Romy
Holy, nice. Is this the first
Petra
one?
gets the ace,
So we've
and
seen a lot of
G2
4Ks.
Take another step in the right direction.
Maybe there was an
Love
ace
the
yesterday.
mobility
Maybe one.
coming out here for Petra, just
There's some lovely shots
completely
on this, though.
dominating on her side of the map. She started that round, that defense on market, ended it all the way towards that glass, deep in the B site.
That one was the
Moves
best one,
coming
to be
out here
honest.
for Petra. That got dangerous. I mean,
Honestly,
Crew,
both the third and
they
the
were
fourth
able
hit
to
was
place
lovely.
themselves in that post. It could have definitely changed the tides in this second, but G2 maintaining.
That's my boomer.
And this is it. I mean, Crew, they've got everything they need coming to this round. 3 huge ultimates on the board. All 4 members, Dodds. She wants this opening and she gets it.
Yeah, that
It's
could
so, dude,
open
it's
up
so
many
hard,
chances
right?
now, but,
This
again, there's still
whole
3 more players here.
wall with the
Has so
neon
much
like
presence,
jumping
just try and
in
make-
between and then someone just
Have most
holding
of
it
that
is
high-low
so
start
strong.
towards elbow.
Because to
Petra on
push
the other
into
side.
the
I don't
wall
think I've
Right,
seen this
trying to see if
at
and
they
then
all,
kill
ever.
this is
steps
so
down, we'll go
hard.
try and find more information.
high low.
Patience from G2.
I've been thinking about this for a while. It's really, really strong. The problem is that
Something towards this
kind of have to do it
breaking
like
that
late
camera.
instead of straight off the bat because
Big
people can
ult.
use
That's
Util.
a lot of info found, and look who's getting in their faces. You can see the consideration. G2 fancied a bit, but didn't go for it, but they're taking a long old rotate, and Petra's going to spot
I tell you what, I really like the Insta.
Insta.
Yeah,
But
Michaela's still
Yeah, if you're Crew, you're
doing a lot.
absolutely happy with this. You just burned one of the biggest tools for G2 to get
Yeah,
back
can
into
they
the
get
site
the
and
can they get
retake.
the good after plant
Plenty of positioning
positions?
here to get an optimal post.
Some teams recently, when they lose back a
This
site, their
utility on the
protocol is
back
to go
of
heavy
Mini,
through
though.
market.
Yeah, but she's far away and has to give away
Especially
position,
as
but
the
then doubles back
crossfire
towards
doesn't
market.
feel
Yeah,
as strong
breaking that
anymore, and people are
triple
prioritizing this
huge
box
for
for
G2,
here.
But that pick for Konir, that should be the checkmate.
It feels like it, right? There's no other way that G2 can find any avenue forward. Romy's going to play ahead of the smoke now. Yeah,
Oh my
I
goodness.
think they're feeling this
Yeah, the
one
after
being
plant on
pulled
site
off
looks
even.
really strong.
Vanya, see if she can find anything.
Oh, that's
she's got
nice.
her head.
Yeah, see the gun barrel on the head.
A little bit of a crossfire. They have 5 players. They can afford it. Hello. Nice little call there for the util to come out, but it is just exit kills at this point. As Crew will finally
Feels
break
a
the
little bit
trend.
like
This
the
feels
first
they've
map,
been in a
right?
bit of a
G2
drought for a
dominating
minute
and
here,
the
but
Cypher
maybe that
responsible
exchange
for the
as
majority of
highlighted,
rounds
getting
that
big
Crew are
ult
winning.
over towards A, hitting that rotation, getting the site lurk out. They got what they wanted.
It's just a complete
And it was
reverse.
all off the back of Dodds
in terms of
just
teams.
aggressing and breaking ankles, right? And that's exactly what you want, especially if you're not on high top fragging on the kill front. You want to at least use that agent for the mobility front. So Dodds teeing up Konir to be able to have that opening kill, and I love that that cutting noise.
So the stun symbol they gave away, the flash symbol, you know, you get like the little flash symbol above your head. It's just so far above your head that if you have to get flashed, it reveals you sometimes behind boxes. And then they saw the gun. Yeah, this is good. Camera tag into stun into Sova ult, breach damage to flush out.
I really like this actually.
Wait, Omen ult stuck at the back.
This round from crew was like perfect.
Yeah, the camera into util into ult is so sick.
Give her a breath and goes back for more. Just trying to
They're about to lose the round,
and they don't fill the void, but the aim not clean enough here. Rescue still putting
the Cypher is winning every single round that they've won.
At least with the advantage in players, but timing is everything.
It was not only Sova part, but then they also cage elbow, so there is no trade possible.
Yeah.
Then they also Omen ult behind elbow, and then just kinda crunch them.
I think that's a pixel spotted. That's a cam there. That's a
all
player.
together.
And Romy's got it. Safe pair of hands in the end. Crew finding a bit of stability towards the end now.
Four for the Cypher.
Rinse and repeat.
The beast.
Dodds finding success again on that opening set piece towards A. Now that was off the back of two.
Yeah, this was really
big
nice.
ultimates.
Camera ping
so
into Insta tag, obviously, into Sova ult, into stun. Then once they got that kill, second one went over towards side as the Omen's TPing. He had breach damage for this close angle.
Really nice set piece for Crew to open things up.
It was great.
G2, they should
and then they flashed behind where they breach damaged, I think, to make sure that it's going to hit anyone else that's like pushed back from the breach damage.
And for Crew, they've got to be able to find another opening like that off the back of Dodds again.
I mean, you say that, and Dodds has started to find impact, which is fantastic.
You don't want much game changes if Crew wins this as an upset? Yeah. You two are definitely one of the favorites.
Now finding a bit of a rhythm and a way to get them those opening
like
opportunities. Big difference. Hey, that's got them 2 rounds almost here. You know, a good round in the pocket. Yeah, that lurk, I guess, before was very, very valuable. But
Crew's one of they're the undefeated teams, right? There's like 3 undefeated teams.
Very quick reaction
Dipto,
from G2.
Crew,
Just those 2 rounds. Check in. I mean, why not? You're going to have
team.
the half coming up. You're going to have that second half. You have a very good lead. But you have 2 timeouts. Use it. Get yourself in the best position to claim that 12th here. And maybe just because you're seeing those tendencies come out. And also, I think it's Romy who's only 1 away.
Milan's coming in for the next game.
Something to maybe just keep in the back of their minds
Koi
if that
game
comes
as well.
online, how they might really want to approach this.
I spoke to him about it today.
And it's 7-4.
So yeah, Boo's doing the first 2 games with me, and then Milan's coming on for the last one, and then hopefully the Koi game. Koi.
Are starting to wake up now.
You can see Romy and the Spike all grouped up towards this B. We've seen
the
them
best.
just
Yeah,
dominate this
it's got
B
everyone
main to
involved.
Farm that orb and
I feel like
grab it
3 is
first.
too much, so I always try and do
Seems
like
that's
2.
what they want to do again here. Yeah, it's just that repeat once again. Crew, they want to draw out the attention.
Yeah, it's a
allow
simple
their
one.
opening on
Breach
the back
ult.
lines to catch some sort of a flank.
We've got 4 people on B at the moment. I tell you what I do like over towards A is last time they did this, they had the Cypher play like on the site, and this time we're playing back of site to try and get kills off the trips. They're just trying to play off the fact they didn't do this last time.
Was Dodds, however you want to see, just off the back of that. Util invested, but I'm still keeping most of my eyes towards Romy here. Is where does that ult go? Caleb this time actually going to just...
Yeah, this is a nice round though. They insert 1, insert 2.
But you've seen G2
Prowler. Wait, the Prowler didn't lock?
It didn't catch Michaela.
Ow.
But do they still check? They're walking mid. Excuse me, turn around. Bright eyes, turn around! Michaela, how are you getting away with that? That Prowler
Holy.
just didn't go around the corner.
I think she's actually responsible for all 5 rounds that they won, by the way.
G2 are going to be kicking themselves about that one, but it ain't over
I watched the
yet.
Prowler on the minimap, and it did this. And it must have been so close to locking on. I don't know what the field of view is, but it looked like it, in my opinion, it probably should have locked on.
And Crew carving out what looks like a little bit of a resurgence here. How much can Vanya achieve, though?
She's playing the
Not the pistol. She got this kill, right? Des. But when they went A and killed the person in market that opened up the site, I honestly think 5 rounds.
She has a good chance of catching Konier off guard, smoke back in play to be able to play
They
with
win
the
this
spike.
though, right?
Why does this make me nervous? There shouldn't be any
Yeah,
nerves, 'cause
smoke on the
Romy's got
spike's a little bit scary.
has utility as well, but Vanya managed to slip through. Oh my
she
good
played
God,
so
Vanya,
well.
if you do this, this would be absolutely out of the
That's an insanely nice try on that.
7-5. G2 started to show far more signs of life here, a much better half for them in comparison to map 1. However, KRU in those last 3 rounds, Christine, totally different team.
Totally different, and they needed it.
I think Petra's a
especially
little
with
bit
how the
unlucky with that
beginning of
Prowler.
this first half happened. That sort of momentum is going to mean a lot going into the second half.
And we have a treat for you if you're playing along at home. We do have an interview with one of the lovely fans who's turned up here in the venue.
Hello, hello, Victoria here. I'm in the audience.
Redo
with
the
a
round
fan,
there. It's just filled view with the Prowler.
Now,
It just missed slightly.
Is this your first VCT experience?
Yes, of course. It's actually the first time I've been here watching Valorant live with, of course, our G2 Gozen, which doing such a good job. And yeah, since I've traveled here, like I'm doing so much stuff for G2 Esports. Like, I mean,
Damn.
when they're in Berlin, you have to see them, right?
We got the tattoo.
Well, I heard you also watch a little bit of LEC and you had a bet. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we that's actually a funny idea. Yeah, we had we had a bet about if G2 wins undefeated summer finals. I got bowled, and of course I lost the bet. So,
Are you still a betting man? Are you gonna bet on today's G2 Gozen here in VCT Game Changers?
I mean, I hope we win, of course. But this season I think I don't bet. But I think when we come back in the LEC with a split, I think there's coming something.
Well, I'm liking that. Do you have a favorite player on G2 Gozen that you're, just really look up to?
Yeah, it's Petra.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Petra, why?
She's such a good player, and it's how you describe it. It's so good to watch her playing, and I'm watching her when I play sometimes Valorant, and yeah, you can really learn stuff from watching pro players, and it's so awesome.
How about the rest of your audience? How do you feel about Petra? Petra fans in here? Well, I think they agree with you. Okay, we're going to go back to the game. Thank you so much, Florian. Let's go back to Pansy and Potter.
One of the signs.
I like Petra too. She's alright.
It's okay.
Yeah. How many times did she beat you? I was just wondering. About the years.
I think 0.
Zero. Yeah.
I don't know. I have
We'll
to
get
go
the
back
historians
and
on
look.
that one.
Mimi's beat me a couple times.
Yeah. I guess Petra was like the new one.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy that
It
now if you
is
look at like
crazy.
the changeover of players, but I guess focusing on this game, as is my job, 7-5. Those last 3 rounds made this game look like a totally different affair. Hold on, I'll come back to that point because we are right off the rip with this and Dots.
Oh, that Omen flash. Oh, that Omen flash.
Look at this crunch.
Oi,
Look
dude.
at this crunch. Petra tries to put up some
It's
numbers.
incredible
finds
to get
2,
to.
but still,
It might
that was
be
so
it might be
aggressive.
enough.
This would
G2
be like
barely making it towards A. It's like we
so
just left
one-sided.
spawn.
Yeah, they got some
How
nice
they did.
pistols
Camera,
though.
Look at the camera, Michaela. I hope she doesn't
I love
pop
all of their
this
pistol
until
strands.
way later, so they can actually see
They'll
where
get
the
trapped to
post-plant
see if they push
positions
CT.
are. A double flank. This sort of timing can really catch off guard. Now they've spotted.
Yeah, and you can go a little bit
both
faster.
players.
It does create
Little
pressure. At least
early,
they could have
early,
pushed
a
it.
little
So.
early. Because now they can
Omen
reposition
flash might be the
here.
one. Breach
There's
for
still
Util.
Paranoia and Vanya too. Mimi's got utility. Mimi had to break that trip, or at least one of the players had to break the trip to go towards that side of the map, or at least into the post plant. So they actually might be very cognizant of someone sitting towards CT.
I mean, we got a crossfire.
Damn!
Damn.
Doesn't matter.
Michaela is
Able to
ridiculous.
see enough to take
It's
away
the whole
Vanya,
map.
leaving Mimi in a 1v2.
2 flashes.
But I've been told that anyone under the age of 30 can turn those flashes like it's nothing, but
Oh.
Romy just pushes forward.
Oh, it's
Diffuse
close.
coming in.
Wait, it came too late.
I mean, that's going to be pretty close.
Oh!
That's
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
Damn,
in the
enough
end.
time on that. I thought they would have been
Record
alright.
clutch In the end for G2, getting themselves up to 8, but that start, I feel like we came in almost too late even into the game to see what was going down. They were in up mid, they were in their spawn, it was wild.
Yeah, and it all came down to Petra getting that second, right? She should have never gotten away with
This is still a
getting
nice
second
pistol.
kill
This
when
push
that
with the
hit
split on
happened,
middle
but
is really
she's
good.
able to do it just like when she was that anchor at B, getting that ace under that chaos. She's able to convert. And for her, it's like, okay, I got 2. Come on, team, get yours. Able to convert.
Just stayed alive. Yeah,
Oh,
easiest
man,
clutch.
sit down. You better sit down. I mean,
3-1. So 1-1 for this map in terms of what the hell am I doing? 1-1 in,
A little bit later, we'd see a little bit of a different round.
1-1 in
Okay,
terms of the
G2
pistols.
handled that well.
Yeah, this
Crew have been having a lot of explosive little skirmishes for themselves.
Yeah, and I like it about Crew. I mean, if you've got a personality you like to play to, if you want to be that explosive, aggressive side, stick to your guns. I mean, eventually, yeah, you probably do get a little worked out, but if it's your strength, it's your strength. Now, for the likes of G2 into this round, Romy was in a different...
What? We got a tech pause coming in.
Here we go. Music just getting on the Bucky, but not exactly the best place to be using it, so pretty tough. Beyond that though, it's what G2 will be happy with.
You reckon breach flash as well? Yeah, maybe you're right.
Especially after map 1, we talk about them being veterans and they...
Oh,
no, that's not
my
good.
goodness.
I hate Bucky so much.
I mean, if you're Biazik there, you're thinking Petra. Like,
I mean,
thank you so much for giving me
Come on through.
at least one.
Yeah. 9-5 though. This I feel like for this game to be competitive now, I need Crew to post a number.
Okay, yeah.
But this is a scary bonus.
Dude, the breach flash at the top there is disgusting.
That's a pretty decent buy.
It is. This is where Michaela's going to be coming into play with her setups. Not only is she
God, that
carrying
looked disgusting.
the server for the side,
The
but
bonus
she is
is
the
great.
counter
The
for
bonus
these
is good. We've
entries
got
coming
4
up
light
from
armors,
Rescue.
but
They don't have an answer
I mean, there's just
for
a
these
lot of light
strips,
armors.
so
4 light armors for each team now.
that's
Looks like
exactly
G2
what
wanna
kind of
play
pathing
fast.
Rescue takes. They're
Yeah, this leak out smoke is so nice to do this.
She
Yeah,
hears the
it
spot
is.
there right now as well.
I love like stuff like this on a bonus where you take gamble is
That
the best
so
thing ever.
nice. And you've already got Petra's ult as
Yeah,
well. They
and you
know
can
where
just
these
stay
two
alive.
players are.
Slide to spawn.
Donzo does slice back
Okay,
through
I would have
middle.
preferred the
Hold
slide
on,
to
Rescue
spawn,
not
stay
held up
alive,
too long
but
towards top mid. They started to clear house. Crew coming back in with a bit of fire to them. As Mimi and Vanya now, the bonus not finding what they wanted, could do with
yeah,
a
they
bit
got a
more
fade
damage
out
here
of him.
to force those repurchases, to put them on that slightly back foot, but as it stands, just kind of pausing. And Visa Crew
Never feels comfy to get the Omen flash out here.
but they've got numbers. They can just trade effectively here.
Okay.
Vanya with that paranoia.
Gonna hit 2.
Just gets it perfect. It should at least get 1, but any more, very unlikely. And Michaela is there, and Michaela
Yeah.
is not losing.
Crew
that
will
round.
definitely
Okay,
take this. They
9-6
got
now.
That
got the
was a
Fatal
great
out
start.
as well.
I feel like for G2 Rescue, she found herself having too much room, having too much map control, and after she found that pick and spawn, I wish she would have just pressed the issue.
Gone.
You saw that Petra's ult came through, actually landed and hit both players in spawn. If she just doubled down
Just
on that
gone for it.
aggro and just gone for it, I mean, this round definitely could have looked different. I'm sure for G2 and scrims, it's never that easy.
Sure.
It's never that easy for Rescue, so a different kind of rep coming out, a great response for Crew, but Romy's still just on that Sheriff.
That's a bit rough here to deal with, actually. Let's look at this one though. Okay, look at the pressure through.
Wait, this
market
one's pretty
straight
cool
away.
from
It's
G2.
Rescue again, getting so close.
This is
I
nice.
say
They're
for
like
free,
planning
but
ahead.
Tony,
They
let's
have
go
a
125.
they have a
Already
rounds
are
where
in
they
the
send the
door.
neon over
Don't get a lot
towards
of information
heaven
on this one.
or
Mimi's
like
gonna be
mid,
pretty much
and
outlined
then they
this
kind
one.
of
This one
fake it with the
Biazik.
neon running
Michaela
like this, but
playing
actually
for the
doing
back
this
pillar,
pathing.
smothered, surely. Yeah,
This
can't
was
find a
really
fair
cool.
fight.
They played off
They
the
are
round
just so
before, which was
impressive.
awesome.
Dons gets
Yeah, so they're like set
G2
rounds. They know what they wanted to do on the
stormed
bonus, and they
that
know
B-side.
what they
That
wanted
was
to do on the first
just
buy if
so
they
Yeah, that was
like if they won pistol.
Kind of said,
This is how we used to play. We would just plan the first 4 rounds depending on if we won the pistol or lost the pistol.
It looked really simple. And Michaela
They had smoke top mid to create the pressure that they were doing the
G2
same as what they were
always
doing.
doubled up. Never a fair fight given to Michaela.
That's double digits now, right? That's when the scoreline starts to look scary.
Yeah,
I
great
think as a
shots.
Cypher here, you need like cages both sides
Vanya's scary when she gets going.
to help
Yeah,
your
She's one
teammates
that's
to
gonna be a
flood
real
in.
it's
terrifying
hard.
X
And the
factor.
rotate
For
came in
these
slow
Crew
because of
Blades,
the
it's kind of time
smoke
to
top
go
mid
now.
as
We've got
well.
to really start turning up here.
They got scared because of last
A little
round.
bit nervous,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
You got
they
one away
did
from
the thing
Dodge's
where they
ball
like
here. Couple
have
of
2
those
set
starting to
rounds,
cycle
right?
pretty close, but Rescue again.
Play off the fact
Looking to
that
really condition them that
it
this
looked
tiles
similar to the
area,
round
this mid area,
before.
She's willing to fight. Look at the util. They're trying to use just for her, but they don't get to close down on the kill. Crew looking to try and brawl out in middle, but instantly G2 are off towards
This
A.
is so good for Crew because they made them react
Always
into
okay with
Cypher
that.
side
Burned a lot of
with
util
fast
towards
rotate.
that tile. And
Whoa.
Rescue's
Trip
not
the
gonna
trip.
slow down. The trip coming through huge.
That's when I guess the fade and the Sova conversation
gonna
comes
say, is
into
the
play,
Neon
but for now
sending
it's a
that?
reward for Crew. Rescue going down, now they lose a little bit of that springboard in towards the side, and look at the rotations, 4 players here. One of them lingering towards middle, that's Biazik, could actually catch Mimi.
The great
At the
off
right
angle.
time, she does. Mimi's gone down, this is looking like wraps on this round. This could be 7 for Visa Crew Blaze. Hugely important. And then next round, you're going to be looking at a couple more ults here as well.
The off-angle adjustment coming out here for Biazik was incredible. All three players now from G2, they've been stopped. 2 players, they want to separate. It looks like the spike.
I mean, as we can see, there is another rotate.
A little bit later to the party.
There's a free side to walk into, and the longer this goes on, the more pressure of someone pushing into these angles. So they're going to have to group up before they clear any of these angles.
I guess the question mark is, okay, B main, market, they aren't completely secure, so they have to take a little bit
This is a
caution.
doable 3v5.
Is it the situation where that one way that we were talking about that got
Yeah, they
removed
can't do
would
it
be
anymore.
insane?
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, they just
You
have
can
to
still
flip
do
the
it
map
on
here,
that
just
little...
deeper.
They got the
Yeah.
smoke back up
Okay,
from
but it's
Vanya.
just not as committed.
This isn't impossible at all.
They've planted it for B main spawn and site as well.
Nice smoke for CT,
Thing
gives
is,
Petra a
I
little
love
bit more room
these
to play,
situations.
and
Like
we're
you're
gonna
in
be one of those
3v5,
players to
but
almost
you
over-deliver
have
a little bit.
such a big
Vanya's certainly
positional
capable.
advantage.
No tip,
Yeah,
falls
yeah,
away,
it's basically even, right?
plays him. Actually, it's Amy who gets played in. That's perfect!
Yeah, look at this.
Back-to-back impact.
2v2.
Amy finds 2. Petra claims
Just because of
Kamir, leaving it now
angle.
down to a fair 2v2. Biazik has a little bit of a glance here. We still know that Petra's towards CT.
Whoa,
but
the
spike is
crouch.
planted. Oh, that was huge!
Dude, Michaela is
Petra
just keeping them in this
just
game.
got the eye off the prize for a second, and Visa Crew plays right there. I thought G2 did everything
It was still,
they
it
had
was still a
to.
really
They
nice play on the
should've.
3v5.
They should have for sure. I mean, if one player stayed in B main,
Ow, the
that
crouch
round
was
probably
everything.
looks differently, but
Just
Vanya
dodge the shots.
always had the catch. You even saw the camera coming up from Michaela. It never saw her in that corner. But wow, what a response coming out here for Crew. That looked too dangerous. But counting their lucky stars, actually able to convert that 3 versus 4. G2 were in complete control.
Do they even
that
slow-mode
entire
it?
round.
That's actually nuts that we're now seeing this kind of like back and forth between the two. Really great work from Visa
Okay,
Crew players.
pissed
They'll be
around
so
again.
happy with this. And speaking
Kinda
of
pissed
dots,
around again.
look at this
Whoa,
setup.
with the
Look at
recon, that was
absolute
nice.
setup there. You want to see Dot succeed? Well, you had 3 players supporting her there.
Crew are bad.
Reaction from Music, trying to deal
Got
with the counter
big
pressure coming
rounds
in.
as well, look at the
Res
money.
still trying to work forward. Reveal
Dude,
and
they just
say
got
goodbye.
every kill of a
Michaela
util.
farming now. Visa Crew players lighting up
Every
the
kill
scoreboard
with a
and getting the
util.
round.
That was lovely.
Like winning around like this
G2,
is
they're
so
gonna be talking to
satisfying.
each other about those trips. That's
Just
two
like everything you
deaths
Didn't even
planned
fire a
for.
gun, really.
that we're seeing that
Yep.
come up. I think they need to just walk together slowly when
That,
they're actually entering into the site. But
That push top mid,
Crew,
with a recon
set
deep
piece.
is
That
awesome.
shot pinging at the last second
But
was
it's
so beautiful.
kinda uncommon.
That's so good.
Yeah,
Like,
but I think
that reveal specifically.
That's
yeah,
so nice
yeah.
they just
I think
bring
if there's
that
more
18th
people,
round.
problem is
Yeah,
it's
why
only gonna
not?
like
Let's run for that.
overwhelm
Let's
if
give it a
it's
go.
a 4-1
They've
and
broken
the
their
4's
money,
going A,
Lauren.
right?
They've broken
There's
their
someone
money. I
shooting.
mean,
Yeah.
G2, they're still
Yeah,
ahead
if you
on
have
the
4B,
econ
then
game
you-
here, but
Probably die, honestly.
this
Yeah,
is it. This is
yeah.
the chance for Crew to equalize.
They go mid,
Yeah,
that's
snowball
risky.
round, right? And this
Push
I
mid
find
against
this a
the
bit
eco,
risky. I
this
don't know
might
if
be
I
the
love that. I
mistake.
wouldn't like to see a Vandal lost there. I'd like to see
We
a
got
safe
a
kind of
neon
anti-eco sort of
solo
situation.
out, duel in middle.
Overestimating yourself up against Sheriffs, I get worried. I mean, Dodds is just dipping around in middle, having a sick time. I'm just like, bloody hell.
Pretty on brand. Pretty on brand.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if you're Dodds,
It seems
fair
like
enough.
overcooked.
You know, what do I know?
When I
But
look at the minimap.
we've seen
114, 5P.
Yeah, I
Look at
don't know
this
why they're playing
setup
like
right
this
now.
against
On
Nico.
an anti-eco. I don't like this. All 5
Yeah.
members of Crew are so committed.
I'm so
toward
confused
this
of how they're
lead.
playing.
On the site for
Why would
util,
you
there's-
ever play
there's
around like
nothing
this
I think
against
they got
Eco?
over.
And look
Like,
at
you know,
already, like, the
overheat
progress
at,
we're seeing
when
over
you
towards the side.
overheat
They've
and
basically got
overpeak,
everything they need to
here
make
they
this all
overheat
work
and
back over.
overcall.
It feels like if you're looking at the
Yeah.
minimap,
More and more
Visa
crazy
Crew
stuff
plays the one
like
who's on the Sheriffs.
Yeah.
Right, just go
Don't
for
let
a
them
bit of
breathe,
stack
just
here,
do
go
this,
for a bit of
this, this,
gamble,
this.
you know, hoping for the best. Again, maybe there's method to the madness.
The
but
G2 aren't
I
going to believe
prefer
their
just
luck. They're
playing
like,
out
how is there
pretty
no one
default,
playing on
you know what I
site with
mean?
no
It would
trips?
have worked just fine.
Yeah. They're almost attackers now.
The audio, Petra's going to hear so
God, what a
much of
bad
this, dude.
round
That's
from
big
Crew. This
info.
is that could
Now, the
really
timing
fall
of
apart.
when she
Keep
decides
an eye
to
on the
pull that
like a
trigger
middle.
and Get proactive is different. Looks like they want to get proactive towards CT, but the paranoia really nice there.
They've still got an Omen flash out of them
Yeah,
early.
that G2 will use Breach ult and still lose.
Keep an eye on the Omen flash as well on attack. Should be able to stop the actual hit once they go through this smoke.
Well, this is crazy neon
There is a
stuff.
player there, that's going to be Mimi. Maybe trying to address that.
There is so much going on at the same time.
Dodds does just that, but Petra's approach might just be perfect. Takes down one, but Biazik turns around. Petra falls. Now Vanya left in a 1v2. It was 3. She is very capable. She is very scary, and she might be the player to do this. Half, diffuse,
Shot.
save! Belter from Vanya. One more. It's all
Damn, dude.
saved!
Crew played so weird.
That is a Red Bull clutch.
I mean, it's obviously it's an incredible 1v2, technically 1v3, I think. But why are they playing like that?
We have to go back to the setup. Some breakdown in the communication. Somebody called for that B-stack and just drew out all
The result of overcooking.
Oh yeah.
It was insane by Vanya, like for sure.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Like I don't want them taken away from the like 1v2, 1v3, but what are they doing?
To recollect themselves. This time out, it's gonna be impactful.
It's like everything you don't want to do against an eco they
If
did.
you're looking kind of bigger picture, we've got some big odds here for G2. I mean, Mimi, I thought with her going down,
There's always that
previous
one round that kind
her
of
proved a lot of the potential of them
look
converting
back
it.
on
And I
and
like that
realize
from,
where it all went wrong, and
Dot,
this would be the
actually just
one.
Isolating her straight away. Cool, ult's gone, but that's still in the pocket now.
Yeah, I
That's
think
still
Milan's
in
doing it
hand.
with me, but
And then you can have the information for Amy if you wants to pop the ult. You just gonna have Petra on hers. And
I think Milan's coming in for next game and K-Cup Quay.
That little lurk up middle there is
Gosh,
really
that's
you
your
know,
own
the cat
words,
amongst
man,
the
not mine.
pigeons. On the other side, ult-wise, 2 away from Rolling Thunder for Romy, but it's still not quite there. This is still closing in. You're on 11 rounds against you.
Nostrep, how we doing? Thank you with the 13 months as well.
This is the
Good morning to you.
curveball that
Hello,
Crew
hello.
need. I mean, it's on the back of Sova, which is already uncharacteristic in itself. We'll see what kind of line Biazik is trying to set up for herself, but for Crew, I think, especially with how these defense rounds have gone, the previous 3 rounds,
Milan robbed us of our champs, remember that? Dude, we didn't even show up,
It was a good dark
Bacon.
post,
We
though.
robbed
Or
ourselves.
rather, being more okay leaving.
Because they're playing good. They just overcooked a bit, but it doesn't mean they're, you know, it doesn't mean anything. All good.
Okay, look at what's in front of us.
Yeah, I think if they keep playing like they were, if you ignore that round,
it's
it's
from G2 so far, kind of posturing towards that B site. I'm
Weird
going to
smoke.
a show of presence. Still have Amy keep control on the other side, but a very passive setup towards
Sour
A,
up,
putting
though.
out Visa Group Blaze, and then a little bit of info towards middle. But that's
And I really
that's
like
all we're getting
Sour
here.
open market.
Do you think anyone's going to fall for that?
Love Ops a
just
little
a
bit
classic
underrated.
middle. That's
More
great.
so on a like attack, I think.
I should
Obviously,
be
like you're droning and
I'm not
holding
sure
the
what
back.
kind of read Biazik had.
I'm always just a fan
Just
of Open
a
on
common line, which is
agents
generally
that
always smoked
I
off.
guess
I like that
positionally
gnome.
makes sense.
Didn't see anyone
Instead
from here,
of
didn't see a single soul towards B.
otherwise.
G2 hid perfectly.
Yeah.
Now they get at least maybe a 3v2 or 3v1 on the site, because you can see the rotation from Dots.
Hey, lovely
Yeah,
dink.
that's
What is
beautiful.
that?
Vanya down on
4 HP?
Ult comes in, should confirm there's
Reach
only one
damage?
towards the site, but it's
Reach
Romy who's been
damage?
watching the cross.
Reach
Rescue,
damage?
gonna find Knit. Oh dear, get stopped in your tracks! Biazik now
Oh,
is
dude,
just
yeah,
the last
crumb.
one.
I mean, I don't wanna be
Crumbled,
mean,
man.
but
That's
like,
some
what the
lovely
fuck?
shots.
You're playing a weak A
Rescue
side,
having her round
but
now.
you're
It's
playing a
12
weak
for
B
G2.
side as well.
It's a
Yeah,
battle
it's
of
weak
the
everywhere.
supports, sure, but
And
this
you
is a
have free
battle of
agents
the
kinda
supports.
in the middle
This
for fast
utility
blast, but one of
coming
them is
through, the
opping.
layers, it is incredible.
Alucard,
That's
thank you,
how
thank
Like,
you.
what's
set
the
up your duelist.
big plan?
Appreciate the
What's
10
the
months.
big
To have
picture?
a great old time.
And
Thank you so
your
much for this.
Server Rescue
weak
never
B
have to
player
worry
is a neon.
about those gaps.
Look at it, perfect.
Yeah,
The
and I
ult, the
think like with how they're
paranoia,
playing there, the
everything.
breach
Rescue's
still
just
could
like,
have been different as well.
What a dream come true.
Yeah. The best kind of DM session you can have.
Now 12 to 8 though.
Right.
This was close in moments.
Four
But it feels
chances.
like
We get a
G2 started to
13-8,
slowly grind this back in a
13-8.
very
Whoa,
early
whoa.
ult here, very proactive ult. Rescue trying to just get in their faces if she can and get out of danger as well. I guess is another factor. Another ult on top sends them scattering and sends Rescue to her death, isolated from the others. G2
Yeah,
couldn't
this time we're
follow
not
it
going to
up.
over-rotate though, so that's
I wish
nice.
G2 were a little more aggro towards that A halls to kind of meet back up, rendezvous with Rescue, but great response for Romy. You saw the
Rescue
brutals
go kill.
coming
I mean, this
immediately
was the
after
counter
Mimi
util was so
wasted
good
her.
And the
that
sandwich
Neon's the
G2
only
balls
one that
so
can get
much.
through it.
Great stopping
Because sometimes
power,
you just
great
want to finish
response
it off
for
with
Crew.
like
A fast,
Sending
yeah, just
it.
get it over and
But
done.
this time, it is Michaela's
because I
setup
mean
at
there is a
that
good chance
base,
it's gonna
so
work.
G2 are
But when it
regrouping
doesn't,
for
you
that
kind of
B
look
main,
like,
but
you know,
Sentinel
like
Wasted
somebody told
around.
you sit down, you know, sit
Yeah.
down.
this is where they shine.
Should be fine here.
Actually, nothing nobody with the
Super safe
5
towards
months.
CT,
Thank you so
no
much.
sweat. Got all the trippy trappies in the way.
I mean, Crew
Easy
G2 K
coming as
info,
well.
got the deep lines,
Just to look to
rotate.
work off the util.
Perfect.
Get a nice close start once they feel that they're out on site. Yeah, should get the info that she wants. It does. Perfect. Biazik, beautifully done. Does get overwhelmed in the end, but good
Yeah,
damage.
3v2
The final boss
still.
of Petra is still alive. Vanya, the clutcher from earlier, still here too. I wonder about the
Oh,
timing
they
here.
do a
Does
bait in
Petra,
market.
you really
Actually
gonna-
could be alright.
Are you gonna?
Wait, surely
You
not.
don't have the timing for this. That's what.
Yeah,
I'm
not a chance to go all the way around. This is kind of nice though.
Now Petra does have
Can
a
Teva
seed,
spam.
does have a horn back in like 8
Ooh.
seconds, now 5. A 1v3
I
is
like the
so
fact they're
difficult.
aware of this though.
Got the, oh my
Wait,
God.
and did so much
Okay,
damage to
super
the
easy for
person
Petra.
behind.
That's on me, Chief. Okay, there goes the eye. Gonna be dealt with super quick though. The crouch coming in.
What
The
up?
tag is there, but the front
Holy, that
is
got a little
not
bit
Kinnear,
close.
keeping Visa Crew Blaze alive.
Barely. Barely alive, but breathing, for sure.
You take that.
Hey, if Petra didn't have a Bulldog there, that spray lands for sure. Incredible hold, though. Things did get dicey, but I love the commit. Biazik did not let Michaela go down without swinging, right? Yeah. So being able to get that quick trade definitely almost created a pickle, but Crew being that
Yeah,
committed
and you
to
gave
each other
them
is
one
definitely
chance to
what
try
they
close
need
it
to
on
get
their
3
own.
more
Do a
rounds
little
on the board
timeout
here.
to help them out. I
This,
think it's good.
I imagine, yeah, G2 timeout? Maybe, I think so. It's red on their side, so I'll assume as such. Yeah, they have plenty of ults to play with. They have rescues.
The Lurk in Boba.
They have Amy's.
Yeah,
It's
they're
fine,
just
it's
worried
a little
about the
bit tricky to
plant,
be
right? Because you
proactive
have
with
to
them.
kind of speed
We've
up
seen
the
some
Lurk
nice,
clear
like,
because the plant
elbow
isn't
crunches
good.
with that Omen TP. We've seen some other bits
Honestly, I was
and pieces
surprised they were
could
that
certainly work
aware
out, but
for it.
as it stands on the other side as well, Dodd's only 1 off from hers. You got 2 away from the Hunter's Fury. There are some ults going back around. So G2 deciding, hey, let's just have a chat. Let's have a check-in. We're at 12-9. Let's not get that scoreline getting closer. Let's close out, right? That last round's always the hardest, right? That famous saying, that final one always seems trickier than the others. As it stands, though, I feel like G2 still have a good grip on this game, but Visa Crew Blaze, I mean, by all accounts, have been deadly throughout.
They have. They really have. And I think if Visa Crew Blaze, I'm getting PTSD already, but we'll see exactly how they adjust into this one. No op coming out for this last, potentially, last round.
They still got good ults though,
again, that
right?
commitment on the
You can just
flood
do
to
a
each
heavy
other.
send with these.
That's where this difference is going to be made on the defense. You can see the pings coming out here for B main and mid. G2.
Yeah, this might be very similar to the
They
pistol.
want to test this.
And
Oh.
Dodds
Oh, the
completely
angle.
forgets about Amy and Yukon. Dodds was just so drilled in on watching towards main that she just didn't see the player to the side. And that's a massive advantage considering Dodds was very close to that ult. That could have been utilized here, but now gone. It spurred G2 back in towards this way. Romy tries to hold, does do very well. Takes away Amy
Got
and
out of
slips
there?
away herself,
Okay,
so
this
doesn't
is
get traded.
doable.
We kind of reset this at a 4v4.
The communication coming through, though, that Romy is very low. A lot of util on her back, but none of the big ones that Rescue can just flood into with.
Here we go.
G2 again prioritizing this kind of CT deeper.
Lovely shot.
But is Biazik going to find rescue? This is now looking better in the hands of Visa Crew.
Yeah, if
Blaze,
Server
but the
gets
fog
another
is
kill,
in and
it's,
the time is on
Server ult.
G2's side. Petra waiting towards CT. The ult coming in from Michaela, going to force maybe G2 a little bit deeper. Vanya, if anything, it's encouraging her, but now stunned up and in trouble. Takes the TP, and Petra takes over. Takes away Romy and looks to the left. Looks for another
Damn,
target.
there's so
finds
much
two.
damage there.
Petra heating
Yeah,
up here.
Petra
Biazik
actually does
still
everything.
across the board.
That was nice. They played it really well. I like the
Back in
TP after they got
series.
seen by
Tying
the
us up
Cypher
at
ult
one
as well.
apiece.
And what a high five play there between
Okay, I'm super
Petra and
excited for the
Vanya to
beast.
close things out
Yeah,
at the
it
end.
should actually be
Vanya just
decent.
making,
Also,
sure
it's gonna be fun to see what
she
comps they
rendezvous
play.
back over with Petra and the
Both of these
wide
maps were
swing.
pretty similar.
26
Like it was actually
kills
dominant
for the
from
side of Petra,
the winning
just
team, and
putting
then
out
the
a
Cyphers just
statement
kept
in this
them
second map.
kind of close.
Perfect
Yeah.
way to take us to the third. A 13 to